Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be detailing what is coming next for Battlefield 2042, as the journey is actually continuing. This is not the end of the line. It may have been the last season, Season 7, but they are still going to continue to put out new events, new game patches, and new cosmetics and all of that sort of stuff. So there's a whole blog post to go over here. To my utter surprise, it sounds like Vault vehicles are actually going to be coming to the game. So just like we got Vault weapons, which are the Portal weapons, ported over to Battlefield 2042 All-Out Warfare and then tweaked a little bit on the damage to make them actually fit into that game mode and be properly balanced. It sounds like we're going to be getting the same sort of treatment for the vehicles, which is of course something that we've all been calling out for so long. And this definitely begs the question, is one of them going to be the A-10 Warthog? Can you find a more iconic Battlefield vehicle? I think not, Dice. Anyway, let's get into all of that here in a second, but before we do, if you guys do enjoy the content here on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. More Battlefield content to come on the way, as well as us taking a look at the all-new Delta Force Hawk Ops. Unfortunately, as you guys may have heard in a recent video, the alpha has been delayed, so we're going to have to wait a little while longer, but I am excited to try that game as well, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are, so if that's something that interests you, subscribe and stick around here on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you so much for your support. Okay, so the blog post here is called Battlefield 2042 Continues, and they say we recently gave you an update on what to expect for the future of Battlefield 2042. So that was of course the update that they were essentially cancelling content for the game, or they were cancelling future seasons for the game. Now that we're nearing the end of Season 7, we're back with a brief overview on what's next. Support for Battlefield 2042 will continue with regular game balance and quality of life updates, portal highlights, and Friday night Battlefield experiences. But today, we're also here to tell you about new ways for you to play through Vault drops and events. So first of all, the events, new and returning. Through our 7 seasons, we've seen you enjoy our events such as the Archangel Directive and the fan favourite mode Control, which was my personal favourite, so we'll be bringing them back as we rotate through past events alongside returning rewards for those who missed them. This will start with the return of Leviathan Rising later in July. So no surprises there, right? They're going to be bringing back these past events and sort of rehashing them, much like they did for Battlefield Redux. We're also going to be bringing new events to Battlefield 2042 over 4 weeks, with new ways to play progression via an event pass, with free and premium tiers, new cosmetics, and more. This first new event will be playable this coming Halloween period. Stay tuned for more details. So I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. If I'm understanding this correctly, they are going to be selling an event pass, they're calling it, which sounds very similar to a battle pass. It's going to have free and premium tiers, it's going to have cosmetics, and it's going to span over 4 weeks whilst they are releasing, it sounds like, only new events. I would consider it to be a bit of a cheap move if they just rehashed some of the old events that we've already played, stuck an event pass on there that people could buy, and tried to get more money out of them. I think that's a little bit of a lame thing to do. I don't know, maybe some people really like the cosmetics. Hopefully though, it is going to be some new events, but I'm not going to hold my breath for them. I think we can all be in agreement that the majority of events that have come out for Battlefield 2042 have really been the kind of thing that you maybe just jump in for a couple of rounds, maybe 3 rounds, maybe over the space of 1 or 2 days, and then you're pretty much just done with it. Most of them haven't been events or game modes that you're going to want to continue into the next game. Perhaps with the exception of Control. I did think that one was particularly good, and I would like to see it in more Battlefield games, but we haven't gotten all the details on that yet, so, you know, I don't want to pass judgment on it, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. Now, however, this next bit is a lot more exciting to me. So this is about the Vault drops, and it says Vault drops will be multi-week moments for you to unlock content in All-Out Warfare. You've seen us bring Battlefield Portal weapons across for use in All-Out Warfare, but we've also heard you want us to start doing that with vehicles. Vault drops will start later in the year with a vehicle from Portal that we know you'll be excited to get your hands on. Please, Dice, A-10 Warthog. These events will allow you to both try and unlock the new hardware. Depending on the piece of hardware, it will come with mastery, attachments, and universal skins, and with additional balance changes to ensure their gameplay matches the existing All-Out Warfare roster. So that is really unexpected. I never thought they would bother putting Vault vehicle in the game. They had expressed from time to time that it was just too difficult, it would be too hard to balance. There are already vehicles in the game that fit all of the intended roles, so for example bringing over an A-10 Warthog could just throw the balance out of the window. But now that they've already got a bomber in there which sort of serves a similar purpose, maybe they could share with the A-10 Warthog so you can only have one of them at a time. It sounds like they're going to be doing it the correct way first time around now as well, bringing in mastery attachments and universal skins right off the bat, which of course eventually came out for a lot of the Vault weapons, but they haven't mentioned any tier 1 mastery skin. They said there's going to be mastery, but they haven't said there is a mastery skin relating to that. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity, so I would like to see them put that in as well. And then thirdly here, let's quickly run over the community calendar. So they say our community calendar will continue to receive updates showcasing all of the weekly playlists and featured experiences that you can expect to play throughout the months ahead. We'll be evolving it to include details on upcoming game updates, weekly missions, and new cosmetic bundles. And of course, we look forward to seeing you for more awesome Friday night Battlefield sessions, where you can expect prime and chaotic Battlefield gameplay every week. We hope that this gives you a better understanding of what's next for Battlefield 2042. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Now, there's also a slide here which accompanies this blog post, and it does kind of suggest that the Vault vehicle is going to be the Black Hawk, which I'm not opposed to, but then again, this may just be a placeholder image. We could also see some of the game modes, shutdown, of course, control frontlines, and then there's going to be like a holiday protocol, so it's not really clear whether this event pass that they're going to obviously be selling to us is going to be only new seasonal events, or if they're also going to be rehashing some of the old ones, because like I said earlier, I think that's really not on if they're selling an event pass for cosmetics whilst rehashing old events similar to the way they did it with Redux. Really, even if it's new events, if they're going to be similar quality as the ones that we've gotten in the past, I'm not all too excited for that either, but maybe some of you guys are. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. However, I do definitely admire DICE's dedication at this point to still carry on providing content in some form or another for Battlefield 2042 for the players who do remain enjoying the game still, because it would be extremely easy for them to completely walk away now, not put out any balance patches, not a tiny little bit of content, and say, guys, the game is done, you're not getting anything at all. But they're actually not doing that. They're continuing to iterate and make new events for us. It may not be the biggest thing ever, but I'm sure it's appreciated nonetheless. Guys, as always, let me know what you think about this down below. If you could choose any Vault vehicle from the Portal modes, so we're talking Battlefield 3, we're talking Bad Company 2, and of course Battlefield 1942, which vehicle would you bring over? For me, it would be the A-10 Warthog, but what about you guys? If you enjoyed the video today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Over 70% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so you may just be getting these videos in your recommended section and think that you're subscribed, but you're actually not, so it would be always appreciated if you guys can check that out and hit up that sub button for me. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.